Hello. So if you're saying this is my test run on my video blog. There's only a couple of you out there that are getting the chance to see this right now. So you can tell me how stupid you think I am. Anyways, so I had to come up with something to talk about. And I actually did come up with something particularly interesting, and it had something to do with something that happened to me over the last week. I got the chance to meet two people of interest. Now, I want to preface that by saying that I have met famous people before, and I'm not usually easily impressed or like wowed or amazed by famous people. Like I have met actors, I've met other rock musicians, and usually through Tab. Give credit where credit's due, I guess. And I'm just really not impressed usually. I'm usually just kind of like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, your stuff's pretty cool. I guess I like it. However, in this particular two instances, I was really kind of like awestruck to the point where I didn't even know what I was doing anymore. I couldn't even speak. The two people I got a chance to meet were Miss Lindsey Sterling and Mr. Andrew McMahon from the band's Jack's Mannequin. Now, obviously, I find these people to be interesting for different reasons, but the reason why I think I had a hard time processing being around them was because, to me, personally, I find them to be inspirational. Forgot I was going there with that for a second. Well, okay, in the case of Miss Sterling, a quick synopsis of why I find her to be inspirational. She changed the game. You know, she was told that what she did would not sell records or she couldn't make money doing what she does. And what she does is she dances on a stage and plays the violin, which does kind of sound ridiculous when you think about it, but until you see it. It's amazing. She has a number one, like a hot, like top 20 record on iTunes. All her YouTube videos have over 1 million hits, and her concert tour is selling out, and she has a huge fan base. People love her. I mean, I saw her twice. Just goes to show you, I guess. Um, so when I got the chance to meet her, knowing everything I just told you, even though she's kind of small in stature, she's actually really intimidating. That being said, and she's really cute, so that didn't help either. So, I got a chance to meet her. I think I mumbled 3 words the entire time I met her. I shook her hand, took my picture, and it was kind of quickly scuffled away. This never plays out how you think it's going to. Um, the second person I got to meet was Andy McMahon from Jack's Mannequin. Unfortunately, this week was their final performance. Andrew decided to call it quits after I think like 8 years of performing under Jack's Mannequin to move on to newer projects and newer things in his life. And good for him. I am sad to see the band go because it meant so much to me. If you don't know who Andrew McMahon is, I would suggest Google searching it and doing a little bit of research. But so that the few of you out there who are not left completely in the dark, I'll give you a synopsis of who he is and what he's done. He was the lead singer of the band Something Corporate. Then he started a second project called Jack's Mannequin. After releasing their second album, their first album, Everything in Transit, he was diagnosed with leukemia. Um, and what he did with that was he decided that he was going to document his entire cancer treating process so that I don't even think he knew what his intention was at that point, but he actually ended up turning it into a documentary that it's called Dear Jack. You can actually watch it for free on YouTube. It's very, very good. I highly recommend it, of course. Um, what came out of his cancer and him surviving cancer was his second album, The Glass Passenger, which is really about him like surviving, like facing death and winning. And the music is very inspirational. I highly recommend listening to it. Spotify, YouTube, it's good stuff. It's some of the best music I ever heard. And personally, on a side note, it was music that got me through really dark times in my life. And so the music actually has this like profound, meaningful effect on me. So I'm always gonna have like a soft spot in my heart for Andrew McMahon and Jack's Mannequin. So I got to meet Andy after the show, and I've met him before. I have like 10 pictures of the guy, but every single time I meet him, I just shake his hand and tell him that he's awesome or something along that lines. And I can never correlate a story to how his music has affected me so deeply. Um, but you shake his hand. The only thing I actually told him, at the night of his final show, I said, "Hey, whatever you do next, I'll give you money." So hopefully he does do something next, and we'll be there to give him money. So that's all I really have to talk about, really. I don't know how you guys deal with meeting famous people or people who inspire you, or if you have people who inspire you, you can comment below if you want. Just saying, only a couple of you are seeing this, so I know who you are. Anyways, well, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.